A peanut. A speck of pollen. That's all it takes to put a healthy adult in the emergency room. We live in the safest, cleanest era humanity has ever known. And yet, our bodies treat flowers and food like deadly monsters. Rewind 30,000 years. If allergies existed back then, they probably weren't the everyday epidemic they are now. Our ancestors drank from muddy rivers, they slept on dirt floors. Parasites lived inside them for life. They survived predators, they survived starvation, they survived brutal winters, but pollen, dust, and animal hair were not supposed to become enemies. So what changed? How did something as harmless as pollen become an enemy? We didn't plan this. And honestly, that's the part that still gets me. We built soap and antibiotics to save lives. And they did save lives, millions of them. But somewhere along the way, we may have also changed the training ground of the immune system. Your immune system isn't broken. It was trained by a world that no longer exists. To understand how, you need to see the war happening inside your body, right now. A war most people don't even know is being fought. Picture yourself as a hunter-gatherer, no hospitals, no hand sanitizer, no clean water, every piece of raw meat, millions of bacteria swallowed whole, every barefoot step, microscopic worms, trying to drill through your skin. In that world, infection wasn't a setback. It was often the difference between living and dying, so evolution built you a weapon, your immune system. But this was never a quiet, defensive force. This was an army, aggressive, paranoid, always on alert, for hundreds of thousands of years. That army fought every single day, hunting tapeworms, crushing viruses, keeping you alive, one battle at a time. Now, pause for a second. Your DNA was built for a world soaked in dirt and crawling with threats. Then humanity broke the rules of the game, forever. We built civilization, boiled water, cooked food. Then came the real revolution. Sewers, pasteurization, antibiotics. In just a few generations, infant mortality collapsed. Cholera stopped haunting many modern cities. The way it once did, plague became rare. Deadly parasites were pushed out of daily life for millions of people. We built a sterile glass wall between ourselves and nature. We thought we'd won. Final victory over disease. Except we hadn't. We just stopped paying attention to something still very much awake inside us. For the first time in human history, many of the old enemies became rare, but the soldiers still standing, still waiting, still holding their weapons, with nothing left to fight. And this is where the story gets dangerous, because the answer is not dirt is good, or cleanliness is bad. The real question is stranger. What happens when a system built for constant microbial training grows up without enough teachers? British epidemiologist David Strachan noticed something strange. He wasn't watching children play in mud. He was looking at data, and the data showed a pattern. That didn't fit the old logic. Logic says the kids in dirty environments should be the sickest. The data says the opposite. Children from larger families seemed less likely to develop hay fever. That was the first clue. Maybe the immune system wasn't just a weapon. Maybe it was something that had to be trained. Then later, farm studies made that clue even harder to ignore. Children raised around barns, animals, soil, and traditional farm life often had much lower rates of asthma and allergies than children growing up in cleaner urban environments. Meanwhile, children in spotless, sanitized London apartments suffering the most. Strachan called it the Hygiene Hypothesis. The idea is simple. Your immune system needs training. Expose a child to harmless dirt and microbes early, and the immune army learns the rules. It learns the difference between a real threat and a false alarm. but lock a child away from all of it, and the immune system goes blind. Without the right kind of training, it can start mistaking harmless things for invasion. Not because every germ is good, not because disease is healthy, but because some early microbial exposure may help teach the immune system. One of the most important lessons of all, what to attack and what to leave alone. Which brings us to the most dangerous weapon in your body. Meet the IgE antibody. For tens of thousands of years, it had one job: destroy massive intestinal worms, a heavy weapon built for total war. But modern humans don't have intestinal worms, so the IgE antibody sits idle, bored, paranoid. Then, one spring morning, you walk outside. You breathe in a single, harmless grain of pollen. Your untrained immune system spots it, and instead of ignoring it, it hits the panic button. It thinks a parasite is invading. IgE doesn't attack alone. It sticks to mast cells. Tiny immune landmines packed with chemicals. When pollen trips the wire, those landmines release histamine. Your body tries to flush out a monster that was never there. You sneeze violently, your eyes water, your throat tightens. It's the biological equivalent of dropping a nuclear bomb on a single mosquito, which, when you actually think about it, makes no sense. Your body wasting that much force on something so harmless. And here's the unsettling part. It's not just pollen. This same mismatch may be part of a much bigger pattern in modern life. Allergies are just the surface. Scientists have tracked health data across the last century, across many industrialized societies. Allergic and inflammatory diseases began rising in ways scientists are still trying to untangle. Eczema, asthma, even type 1 diabetes, all climbing fast. Your idle immune system isn't just attacking peanuts anymore. Sometimes, the immune system can turn its weapons in directions it was never meant to point. We traded the deadly infections of the past for the chronic sensitivities of the present. Think of a dog circling the living room rug before lying down. Its wolf ancestors had to flatten wild grass to sleep safely. The danger is long gone. The instinct never left. Your body still carries the instincts of the wild. Your genes have not had enough time to fully adjust to the world we built around them. Only the world around you changed, and it changed too fast. We can't dig up a Stone Age skeleton and diagnose hay fever from a femur. But the bigger pattern is hard to ignore. The modern world changed faster than the immune system could rewrite its rules. For millions of years, humans and microbes lived in a brutal but balanced harmony. We broke that balance to survive. We built a safer world, a cleaner world, and it was worth it. But leaving nature behind always comes with a price. So next time a cat brushes against your leg and you can't stop sneezing, don't get angry at your body. I used to think of it that way too. Weak, broken, overreacting for no reason. It isn't. That sneeze isn't weakness. That is the scream of an ancient, battle-hardened army still inside you. An army that fought for 300,000 years to keep your ancestors alive, built for worms, wounds, rot, parasites, infection, and dirt. Now waking up inside a world of vacuum cleaners, sealed windows, filtered water, antibiotics, and indoor pets. And now, finally, it has no wars left to fight, so sometimes it fires at flowers. Evolution is full of strange accidents, and your body is basically a walking museum of the past. If you enjoyed digging up the hidden history inside you, tap like and subscribe for more. Stay curious. I'll see you in the next one.